Good morning, everybody. Namaste. Welcome to my living room for another 75-minute power class. We'll get started in just a minute. I'm just setting up the speakers and the camera so you'll be facing the correct way with better sound. Can somebody please let me know if you can hear the music and my voice, because I can't see my screen, but I'll come around and take a look in just a minute. Thank you. Okay, it looks like people can see me and hear me at the same time. Yesterday, the sound was a little bit muffled, which I apologize for. I had something set up to hold the camera, but it was muffling the sound. I didn't realize. So today, hopefully, you'll get a better sound experience. And I have beautiful music again from Soul Rising. So just give me 1 minute to set everything up and get my my yoga dog settled, and we'll begin. Okay, come on. All right, everybody, let's get started with who's ever on board now, and then if people join in later, they'll join in. I thought I would take another card from the Whispers of Lord Ganesha deck, which I absolutely love and are keeping me pretty grounded during this time. Beautiful messages. Ganesha is a character from Hindu mythology who is not only a remover of obstacles, but also known to place obstacles. So I think during this time we have a lot of obstacles placed in front of us, and we have to find ways that we can learn to remove them and carry on with life in the most sustainable way. So I usually just shuffle the deck a few times, as I've already done today, and pull one card that's talking to me. This one is right down here. We'll use this card as a theme for today's class. And the card is Drive. I'll bring it a little closer so people can see the picture up close. Drive. And I'll read to you what it says. Confidence as well as unity of purpose and control are desirable. Ganesha urges you to think about getting back to the basics. It is a great time to lighten your load or simplify your life. Wow, that couldn't be more true. You may have a tendency to overextend yourself or overcommit to social activities. Cut back on your schedule so you can zero in on something that you are called to do. We definitely are reducing our social activities, but I love this. This is, to me, is an amazing social activity. We're just doing it in a new way. This card indicates new motivation or inspiration. If you have been feeling stuck in a situation or in finding a solution, rest assured the energy is going to start moving again. Oh, I think we all have our fingers crossed for that. You do not have to choose to go alone on your path. Make sure that if you do bring others with you, that they have the same goals and objectives in mind. Pay attention not to linger in relationships or friendships that are going nowhere or settle just because you feel obligated. This is not a time to be complacent. I especially feel that way. We're all being called to action in a different way, and this is my way of trying to give back to the community in a positive way, and also to keep myself centered and grounded during a challenging time. If you want to create changes in your work, explore what your options might be. There might be an increase in finances, but this is not a time to be spending money. The silver lining of this. Bide your time and prepare for what is coming. This might also indicate that a trip or extended travel is on the horizon. I don't know about taking trips or extended travel anytime soon, but I think they are far on the horizon for those of us that had to cancel or change our plans for this time. I certainly did, and I'm now looking ahead a year or two in advance of when it might be possible. But I'm trying to keep my motivation fueled right now, my motivation to carry on every day, to get up every day, to do something active in a time that is so limiting. So I'm going to place this card over here. I have a little Ganesha statue, put it over there. So let's think about our motivation, what keeps us wanting to keep moving forward every day. And for me, being part of the yoga community has been a huge motivation to keep going and to keep sharing and keep spreading the beautiful teachings. And I hope it is for you too, and that you find ways in your own personal life to keep your drive fueled. I'm going to take one more look at the camera before I start, set it up, and then we'll get started. Okay, the camera is like literally hovering in midair, strapped to like a little picture frame I have. So it's a little precarious, but I hope it works for today. Let's start on our backs today. Let's start seated. We'll take a little meditation, share a sound of Om together, beautiful vibration of Om, and then we'll get started on our backs with some core work to set us up for the practice today. So have a seat nice and tall. You can sit in Virasana like I'm sitting on your shin bones, or you can sit up onto a block. I love seeing the list of people that have tuned in today. It's so beautiful to have you all in my life in some way or another. And honestly, this has been a challenging time in a lot of ways, which I can get into in another time, but it's hard being isolated, and it's so beautiful to have you here with me. I really feel that in my heart. So thank you very, very much. Bring your hands to your heart center. Sit up nice and tall. Let the crown of your head extend up toward the sky, and let your tailbone root down in toward the earth. Feel grounded and connected. And think about in our theme today, the theme of drive. What motivated you to tune into this today? What motivated you to get out of bed, to connect with others in this way, to do your yoga practice, whatever it is that is motivating you right now? For me, it's connection with each and every one of you. Find an intention for your practice today. It might be a simple word, a phrase, could even be a mantra. For myself, the mantra Om Namah Shivaya has been prevalent in my life for a very long time. And it's meant to invoke the ability to remove obstacles that are in our way. Bring that with you as you move through your practice today. With every breath in, repeat your intention or your mantra. With every breath out, let it settle and blanket over you like a beautiful cascade of light. Before we create the sound of Om, find a way to dedicate your practice today, to send the energy out into the world. There are so many people right now sacrificing so much time and energy to help our community. So maybe send somebody like that, or somebody that you wish could be with you. Make the world a better place through your yoga practice. And do the same for this upcoming sound of Om. Let the vibration of Om ripple out from your heart center in all directions, and it keeps moving. It never ends. We're just tuning into it, this continuous universal vibration. In the moment that we chant, we're just plugging in. So let it keep going, rippling from you. We'll start with a clearing breath. Inhale through your nose. Sigh out your mouth. Exhale. Inhale for Om. Big breath in. Allow yourself to travel out with that vibration and see the Om spreading and moving, connecting with people close to you, people further, all around the world. Bow your mind into the light of your beautiful heart. Stay centered there for a breath. Remind yourself that your heart is the true mind of this practice. Release your hands back down to your thighs. Blink open your eyes. Gaze forward. Maybe smile at somebody if you have someone there in the room with you, or just send me a smile, virtual smile. And we'll come on to our backs. We'll start to warm up our core, so lower yourself down any way that you like. Come all the way down onto your back. And cross your right thigh over top of your left. If you have the ability to tuck your right toes under your left calf, you can. And then reach your arms up into the air. Cross your right arm underneath your left arm. You can grab your shoulders, back of your hands touching, or cross the wrist. And then lengthen yourself out. Fingertips reaching back behind you, toes forward. Take a big breath in here, lengthen, lengthen. Stay for your exhale. One more inhale breath, lengthen, lengthen. As you exhale, slowly bring your elbows in towards your knees. Lift your head and shoulders up. And at the end, lift your hips up a little higher. And then lift everything all at once. Strong breath out. Exhale. Draw the belly in. Inhale to lower down. Extend as far as you can. Exhale, strong contraction. Lift everything. Hike the hips up. Good. Keep going. 8 more on your own. Exhale. Bring it in strong. Lift everything higher. And 7. And 6. And 5. And 4. And 3. 2. And on the last one, we'll hold it up, elbows to knees, squeeze it nice and tight. Draw your lower belly right into your spine, chin to chest. For 10, lift your hips higher. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release all the way down, unwind. Give yourself a big stretch, reach in opposite directions. And then hug your knees into your chest. We'll go for the other side. Feet are down, cross your left thigh over your right. Maybe hook the toes under your right calf. Extend your arms up and then left arm under right arm. So eagle but lying down, Supta Garudasana. Let your fingers extend over your head. Let your toes extend. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more stretch. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it in nice and slow for the first one. Draw your belly button in, elbows to your knees. Hug it nice and tight. Now lift your hips a little higher. You want to get that contraction on each exhale. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift back up. Beautiful. 8 more. Inhale. Exhale. I'm imagining you all in the class with me right now. 7, 6, strong exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Let's hold it up. Hug your knees to your elbows, draw the belly in, lift your hips higher for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Unwind, stretch it out. Big stretch, reach your arms over your head. Toes pointed, big breath in and out. And then hug your knees into your chest. Take your knees out wide and we'll do a different happy baby. Reach through and see if you can grab the back of your ankles with your thumb and index finger and then push the triceps to the upper thighs and press your feet up toward the ceiling. And you can rock a little bit side to side, so use a little bit of core strength to come back through center, hug to the right, and rock to the left. Hug your elbows out wide. Make a 90-degree angle with your biceps and your forearm and press the thighs down and hook to the ankles. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then bring the feet to touch. Wrap a basket of your hands around the outer edges of your feet. Draw your heels in toward your groin and press your knees out. Supta Baddha Konasana, but a floating variation. A deep breath in and a long breath out. Press your knees forward, hug the feet in. Let your arms lengthen. And then release. Roll out your ankles, roll out your wrists, and rock and roll yourself a few times forward and back to make your way all the way to a standing forward fold. So try not to touch your hands down if you can. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Take your feet hip distance apart if you like. Wrap your hands behind your
calves or interlace your fingers behind your lower back. Take a shoulder opener, bow in. Any variations, Uttanasana, forward fold. Take a deep clearing breath in. And a nice long breath out. One more, inhale. And exhale. Come halfway up, separate your feet hip distance. Slide your palms one at a time underneath your feet. Palms facing up. If this is not accessible for you, bring your blocks beside you, back of the hands down, and try to straighten your arms. And wiggle your fingers right up to the wrist creases. If you have your balance here, you can lift your left heel and wiggle the toes. Massage right into the top of the wrist. Same thing, other side. Lift your right heel and press those toes down. Wiggle side to side. This is a little foreshadowing here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Bend your knees, scoop your belly in, rise up. Big wings, big Garudasana wings. Palms touch, look up, maybe find a back bend. Hands to heart center, Samastitihi. Just take a moment, balance. Find your center. Take a deep breath in. Sigh out your mouth, exhale. And start to bring in the Ujjayi breath as you step your feet together. Slow, deep breath in through your nose, slight constriction in the throat. Slow, deep exhale through your nose, slight constriction in the throat. Find a sound with your breath. Each time you inhale, find your intention, your dedication, your mantra. Every time you exhale, let it feel like a blanket of light sprinkling over you. And let's begin. Inhale, reach your arms out wide and up. Urdhva Hastasana, palms touch, look up. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana. As you exhale, plant your palms, walk, step or hop back, high plank, Uttita Chaturanga Dandasana. Draw the belly in, rock forward and press into your hands so much that your shoulders dome between the center. Press your finger pads down into the mat and look at your knuckles. Try to get your knuckles to pop up as you grip the mat tight. Neck is long, gazing forward of your hands. Draw that belly in. You can always lower your knees. Take one more inhale breath, rock forward. Stay here, draw the belly in as you exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, slowly lower halfway or all the way. Chaturanga, use your knees if you like. Untuck your toes. Take a cobra or upward facing dog or Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Thighs lift, arms are straight. Press into your hands, look up. High plank. One extra chaturanga if you like. I like to teach that. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Take a deep inhale breath. A long exhale breath. Another deep inhale breath. Another exhale breath. Come high on your toes, bend your knees a lot. You can take your feet together to touch, knees out wide. Couple of frog squats here as you sink your hips to your heels and then come forward, shoulders over your wrists, or even get a couple of leg hops, pressing into your strong finger pads, arms are straight. And then on the third or fourth hop, land your feet between your hands. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale to rise all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana, palms touch, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samastitihi, release by your side. Again, inhale, reach up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway, lengthen. As you exhale, walk, step or hop back, high plank to Chaturanga right away. Take your back bend, cobra, upward dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. High plank, optional Chaturanga, only halfway down. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. This time, walk your feet a little bit closer to your hands. Root strongly through your right hand, finger pads pressing down. De-weight your left hand and reach underneath you for your right ankle, calf, or thigh. And pull yourself underneath your right arm and look up. Try to pull your hips back. You can bend your knees if you need. Take a deep Ujjayi breath in. A deep Ujjayi breath out. Inhale, come back through center, left fingertips pressing down. De-weight your right hand. Reach underneath you. Deep breath in. And a long breath out. A deep breath in. And a long breath out. Look underneath your arm. One more. Inhale. And exhale. And walk your hands a little bit further forward. Bring your big toes together to touch. Again, a couple of light frog squats and maybe a couple light hops. Nice strong arms. Finger pads pressing down. And third or fourth hop. Come forward. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Inhale to rise. Spread those beautiful eagle wings wide. Palms touch. Look up. Arch back. Hands to heart center. Samastitihi. One more. One breath per movement. Surya Namaskar. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Exhale. Cobra. Upward dog. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Chaturanga. Extra here. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Deep breath in. And a long breath out. Hop or step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise all the way up and reach to the sky. Hands to heart center, Samastitihi. Make sure your big toes are touching. Inhale, sit down. Sweep your fingertips low back behind you. Scoop your tailbone under, draw the belly in, look forward. And then reach your arms up in line with your ears. Try to scoop your tailbone toward your heels. Draw the lower and mid belly in. So that's Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, squeezing nice and tight. Keep that core stability and then reach your chest and arms up higher. Draw the kneecaps back, sit your hips lower. Gaze forward. One more deep breath in. Stay for your exhale. Keep your hips low. Inhale, lift your chest and arms up. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen, flat back, look forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Chaturanga as you exhale. Cobra or upward dog, look up. Chest lifts, thighs lift. High plank, Chaturanga. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Take a deep breath in as you reach your right leg up to the sky. Right knee to right upper arm. Come forward. If you have Kundalini variations, you can go for them. Inhale, sweep it back up. Exhale, right knee to left upper arm. If you have variations, go for them. Inhale, sweep it back up. Bring your knee to your chest. Keep coming forward, rock forward. Step your right foot through, back heel spins down. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Reach up, bend deeply into your right knee. Right hip is pulling back, left thigh forward. Push the outer edge of your left foot down. Heels are hip distance apart. So create some space here so this front of your hip crease is parallel with the front edge of your mat. Pull your right hip back a little bit more, sit deeper, maybe look up, maybe palms touch. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, extend. Exhale, plant your palms down. Keep your right leg hovering, Chaturanga. Take your back bend. Make your way back to downward dog. Add in that extra Chaturanga if you like. Inhale, left leg lifts. Left knee to left upper arm, variations. Inhale, lift up. Left knee to right upper arm, take your variations. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, knee to chest. Keep coming forward and then step through. Back heel spins down, Virabhadrasana 1. Palms can be separated, palms touching, maybe you look up. Left hip pulling back, right thigh forward, anchor through the outer edge of your right foot. Take another deep inhale here. Stay for your exhale, bend deeply. One more, reach up. Vinyasa, exhale, keep the leg floating. Open your heart. Make your way back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Stay with your intention, stay with your breath. What is motivating you right now? What fuels your drive? Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. On your next inhale, step your toes together to touch. Take a few light hops and then make your way to the top of your mat. Once you get there, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to fold, Uttanasana. Utkatasana, sit your hips down, big toes are touching, reach your arms up to the sky. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in, lean forward. Twist to the right side. Hook your left elbow as far up your thigh as you can. Use your hand to help you, but guide your left knee and left hip back. Tend your fingertips. Look up and over your right arm. Stay here. You can spread your wings if you like. If you're working on hand balancing, take your hands out to the side, parallel with the top of your mat, side crow or Kundanyasana 8. One more inhale and exhale breath here. Stay in the chair as you inhale, unwind. Go deeper on the exhale. Inhale, hands to heart center, lean forward. Twist to the left. Take your right elbow as far across the left thigh as you can. Use your left hand to help. Tense your fingertips. Look up and over your left shoulder. Pull your right hip and right knee back. Stay here. Maybe open your wings. If you're going for a hand balance, hands come out to the left side of your mat and lift your legs up. Maybe they're parallel. Maybe you swing your top leg back. Kundanyasana 8. Make your way back into chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, fold over your thighs. Take a breath in to lengthen. A breath out to release. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. As you exhale, plant your palms. Make your way through your vinyasa. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Extra chaturanga. Downward facing dog. I miss you guys doing all these extra chaturangas. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Let's add in the options to float here. Inhale, lift your right leg up. As you exhale, right knee to right upper arm. Stay. If you're working on Kundanyasana, bend your elbows. Maybe extend your right leg. Stay on your left toes if you need. Inhale, sweep it back up. Exhale, right knee to left upper arm. Pause here. You can go for Kundanyasana A, or extend your right leg out, keep it down, or hook the outer edge of your right foot and keep pulling it toward the top corner of your mat as you turn open. Good. Inhale, sweep it back up. Exhale, knee to chest. Keep rocking forward. Get your shoulders right over top of your wrist, knee into the chest. Inhale. Step your foot in the center of your thumbs. Back heel spins down. Look for front heel to back arch alignment and rise up. Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Bend your front knee more, extend through your fingertips. Open up your chest. Take an inhale, extend. Exhale to deepen. Flip your right palm up. Lower your left hand down as you inhale, reach up and back. Bend deeply into that right knee. Stay here. Go for a half bind, maybe a full bind. Fingertips behind your heart, chest rolling open. Deep breath in and a long breath out. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Back to Warrior 2. Couple of deep breaths here. Get that front thigh parallel to the floor. Wiggle your feet apart if you need. Nice strong arms. Deep inhale. And a long exhale. You might want to have a strap or a towel or something that you can hold on to in your left hand. Start to lean forward over your front thigh. Start with your right forearm on your thigh, left arm reaching up, and you might have that strap in your hand. I don't have one handy, but if you have something you can hold on to. Right fingertips down inside of your right foot. You can always use a block. Spin your left hand behind you. Back of the hand touching your sacrum, and let's go for a bind. So strap might be in your right hand. Maybe you can tuck your right shoulder underneath your right thigh and wiggle around with your hands. See if you can find the strap, your fingers, or maybe wrap your right fingers around your left wrist. And now pull your arms to straight the best you can. Tucking your right hip under and press your shoulder into it to get a little traction so you can roll your top shoulder more open. Try to guide your right hip underneath you, left thigh open. Use the outer edge of your back foot to help you gain that leverage. One more deep inhale. Stay for your exhale. Good. Look down to the mat. Unwind yourself back to Warrior 2. On your inhale breath, peel your back heel off the mat. Reach your arms up to the sky. Big breath in. As you exhale, lower your back knee just to hover. And a few of these. Inhale. and exhale. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Lift back up. Inhale. Exhale. Twist to your right. Look to your back thumb. Inhale back through center. Reach up. Exhale, twist. Yoga is always better with a smile. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist. Last one to hold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist. You can always lower your back knee. Back hand reaches for your left thigh, left arm reaches up and over your head. Try to straighten that back leg if it's lifted. Heel rocking forward. 1 more deep inhale. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, unwind yourself. Cartwheel your hands down. Take your vinyasa any way you like. Leg can stay lifted. You can lower. You can take a rest. You can take extra chaturanga. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Deep breath in. And a long breath out. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Left leg lifts up to the sky. Left knee to left upper arm. Stay here or try bending your elbows. Maybe extending your left leg. Maybe right toes float. Kundalini B. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale to the right upper arm. Stay here or try extending the leg. If you have Kundalini A, go for it. Maybe hook the outer edge of your left foot and pull it to the top left corner of your mat and look underneath your arm. Good. Inhale back through center. Some poses are hard to hold and talk at the same time. Bring your knee to your chest. Keep coming forward. Get your shoulders right over top of your wrists. 1 more inhale, knee to chest. Step through in the center. Back heel spins down. Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. Separate your feet wide enough apart that you can sink your hips down in the center under your shoulders. Your left thigh is parallel one day. Gaze out over your fingertips, nice strong arms. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. 1 more, extend. Left hip curling under, right thigh open. Viparita Virabhadrasana. Inhale, reach up and back. Stay here, cup your head, maybe half bind with your right hand, maybe fingertips connect behind your heart. Lift your chest and roll open. Bend your front knee more. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. 1 more, turn your heart open. Exhale. Back through center, warrior 2. Good, lean forward over your front thigh. Maybe you have a strap in your right hand. Start here, Parsvakonasana, side angle pose. Maybe left fingertips come down to a block or the mat. Take your right hand behind you, spin the back of your hand to meet your sacrum and stay right there. Maybe you're holding a strap. Left arm tucks underneath your left thigh. Maybe you find your fingertips or the strap, or maybe you can wrap your left fingertips behind your right wrist and roll your chest open. Tucking your left hip under, rolling the right thigh open, right shoulder open. Deep breath in. Cameo appearance by Honey the dog. Deep breath out. Another deep inhale. And a long exhale. Beautiful. Unwind yourself just while I give Honey a little step up. She'll stand there all day till I help her. Warrior 2. And now from here, peel your back heel off the mat. Face the front of your mat. Take a deep inhale. Stay here for the exhale. You can have your knee lowered and just hold that if you like. Or inhale to lower. Exhale up. Inhale. Exhale. I think I did the breath the other way last time. It's not important so much. It's staying connected to the breath. Should really exhale on the effort anyways. 1 more. Now stay here. Back knee can be lowered. Take an inhale breath. Exhale. Twist to the left. Good. Pull your left hip back. Inhale back through center. Exhale. Twist to the left. Couple more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Find your exalted variation. Left hand to the right thigh. Right arm reaches up and back. Any variations that you took. Bend that left knee. Let it track outward. One more breath. On your inhale, unwind yourself. Take your vinyasa any way you like. Rest is always an option. Float that leg. Extra chaturanga. Big sigh out the mouth and flutter the lips. Deep inhale. Exhale. Come high on your toes. Bend your knees a lot. If you like a handstand, if you're near a wall, then go for a handstand or a couple light hops. Take 3 or 4 breaths to get yourself to the top of your mat. Maybe some extra hopping. Handstand. And when you're ready, step your feet or hop your feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Get yourself down here into a little squat rather than chair pose. You're welcome. A squat instead of chair pose. And from here, try to sit up vertical with your spine and lift your hips off of your heels. So little toe stand here. Hug the knees in nice and tight. Draw the belly in. Beautiful. Stay right here or start to twist to the right. And as you're twisting to the right, maybe you even extend your arms. Maybe cactus your arms. Beautiful. Back through center. Try to keep your hips lifted so you're not sitting right onto your heels. You can twist to the left. Maybe your arms are open. Cactus your arms. Beautiful. Keep those hips lifting off of your heels. Back through center. Reach your arms up. Lift your hips higher. Draw the belly in. Try to make your knees point forward and down. Deep breath in and a long breath out. Beautiful. Sit all the way down. Take a little break. Plant your feet down, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. And now keep your palms where they are. Keep your big toes touching. Maybe walk back a step so you have about a foot distance from your hands to your feet. Bend your elbows just a little bit so as you take your knees out wide, they tap to the upper arms and try to get them as close to your armpits as you can. You're welcome to step onto a block here if you like, or palms onto a block. Spread those fingertips wide. Look at your finger pads and press them down so much that your knuckles are doming up. Lean forward into that weight. Dome the upper back. Keep the back rounding. Keep looking forward and down. So not straight down, but forward and down. And then maybe as you tip the weight, one or both feet come off the mat, working for crow pose or straightening the arms for true Bakasana crane pose. Keep rounding the back, draw the belly in. Hold here for 5, 4, keep trying if you fall out. 3, don't give up. 2, and on 1, make your way into your vinyasa. You can shoot back or step back. Woo, big breath out. Downward facing dog. Woo. I really have a renewed respect for people who lead fitness classes while doing them. And live TV producers, oh my goodness. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. On your inhale breath, lift your right leg up to the sky. Let's step through warrior 2 right away. Get right into your front knee. Trikonasana, inhale your front leg to straight. Heel toe your back foot in, and again, grab a strap for your left hand. Inhale, reach forward over your front thigh and pivot the arms. And from here, we'll come into a bind. So we want to keep the right leg straight once we get into the bind. Soften your right knee. Find that same bind that we did for Parsvakonasana. Maybe you grab a strap, maybe your fingers, maybe your wrist, left wrist with your right hand. Now, instead of staying here, pull your right hip back and pull your right leg to straight, and then look up. Baddha Trikonasana, bound triangle. And from here you can stay. If you want to soften into that front knee, and step your left toes forward and look forward. Baddha Ardha Chandrasana, bound half-moon pose. And something I've always had a challenge with, but working on it a lot lately. Try to lift that back leg up. Press your shoulder into your knee. It's okay if you don't have it. I definitely don't have it. Look up. Deep breath in. And a long breath out. Beautiful. Unwind your bound triangle. Bring your hands on either side of your front foot and step your left foot slightly forward into the left. You may want to use a block here, either inside of your front foot or outside of your front foot, or you put your hand on the mat. Wherever you are, place your right hand on your sacrum and try to keep it level. So the left hip will try to move forward, or right hip will try to move forward, depending on your skeletal structure. So you want to find that neutral sacrum. And then start to turn and twist toward the right, and then reach up. Beautiful. Parita Trikonasana, revolved triangle. Take a deep breath in, and a long breath out. Big breath in, and a big breath out. And then from here, bring your hands back down onto the mat. Soften your right knee, step forward, standing L-shaped pose. And we'll be in standing L-shaped pose for a few variations. You can stay right here. You can use blocks if you need. Start to keep your left hand where it is, under your shoulder. Revolve again to the right side. And then reach your right arm up. Parita Ardha Chandrasana, revolved half-moon pose. And from here you can stay or bend your left knee. Reach for the inside of your left foot with your right hand and kick it up. And roll your chest more open to the right. Maybe you even float your left palm. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then release, standing L-shaped pose. Feel free to stay here or standing splits. Walking your right hand behind your right calf, pull up on it as the head comes down and the leg lifts. Keep rolling your right thigh down, press out through your heel. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more, inhale, exhale. Maybe some of you went to handstand. Make your way back to standing L shape. Hug your left knee into your chest and stand up. Last pose on this side, reach your arms up to the sky. Left leg crosses over right, maybe hook your toes. Left arm crosses under right. Maybe cross at the wrists or hold your shoulders. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Sit down. Try to orient your elbows and your knees straight forward so they're in the center. Press your elbows forward and up. Press your fingertips away from your face and hug in nice and tight. And then as you sit deeper, imagining pulling your knees, elbows, and wrists apart and feel that opening in the joints. Take a deep breath. Nice long exhale. And slowly start to nest your ego. That was Garudasana pose. Now bowing forward. Keep coming forward. Hook your elbows in front of your knees. Hug in nice and tight, just like those eagle crunches. Good. Deep breath in and a long breath out. And then start to extend your left leg back. Unwind. Keep your eagle arms. Keep reaching your fingertips forward. Right hip pulling back, left thigh down. Press out through your left heel. And then slowly step back. Open up to the long edge of your mat. Hands by your hips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to fold. Moving into Skandasana right away. Turn your toes out to the corners of your mat. Bend your left knee. Right heel pressing out, toes curling toward your shin bone. You might be higher up. Your Skandasana might look like this today, or even hands to hips. It's okay, wherever you can go to get a lunge. Left fingertips out to the left. Right hand to your right hip, turn open. And again, you might need a strap for this. It would probably be best in your right hand. Left arm threads behind you. Right hand to interlace. And find that bind. And lift and look over your right shoulder. Push your left thigh away from you by pressing into your elbow. Push it back. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Release. Come back to your center. Make your feet parallel. Inhale. Exhale to fold. And take your variation here. Maybe you walk your hands further back or further forward. Maybe you cup the outer edges of your feet or your heels. Maybe you take Shavasana, crown coming down, elbows hug in, and finding that tripod headstand. Maybe you practice here just pressing down into the hands enough that your toes just slightly hover. Maybe they lift all the way up. You're always welcome to move to a wall as well. Hug everything tight, stay centered. Reminding yourself what motivated you today to be here now. What is it that's fueling your drive? Your desire to keep going. Let your heels touch down before your toes if you can. Breath in as you inhale. And as you exhale, turn yourself to the front of your mat. Lower your left knee down, slide it back. As you inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Anjaneyasana. As you exhale, pull your hips back to straight. Press your right heel forward, toes curl. You're welcome to move forward and back like that a few times, or just settle in here. Ardha Hanumanasana. Feel free to set up a block under the top of your right thigh if you like. That helps you to balance. You can always use blocks as well underneath your hands, more under your shoulders if your hamstrings are really strong, or if you're feeling more open, a few breaths in Hanumanasana, half splits pose. Keep pulling your right hip back, left thigh forward, wherever you are, maybe bow. Let's slowly make our way out of the pose. Draw your back knee forward, plant your front foot down. Inhale, step back, three-legged dog. Feel free to stay here if you want to flip over into wild thing. Looks like this. Right heel back behind you. Lift your right heel as you come to the outer blade of your left foot, arch back. If you want to work toward a Bhajanurasana, look at your feet, make sure they're hip distance and parallel, and start reaching back, trying to reach for the floor with your right hand. You may not get there today, but you can work on it. Deep breath in, and a long breath out. When you're ready, pull yourself back through. Three-legged dog. Take a vinyasa in any style that you like. It might also look like a child pose or a few deep breaths. Back to downward dog we go. Deep inhale, and a long exhale. Inhale, left leg lifts up to the sky. Let's step through right away. Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Deep breath in, and a long breath out. Without seeing the screen, I'm trusting everything is going okay, and if not, I'm just having a nice yoga practice in my living room, but hopefully I'm with all of you too. Remember a strap in your right hand if you need. Straighten your front leg. Let's bring it in a little bit for Trikonasana. Hinge forward over your thigh, and then pivot your arms. And from here, we'll go for a bind, trying to keep the left leg straight once we get in it. Soften your left leg. Left arm underneath you. Right hand comes behind, maybe with a strap. Maybe you find your fingers. Maybe right hand wraps around left wrist. And then actively pull your left hip up and pull the femur into the hip socket to straighten the left leg the best you can. And maybe you look up and over your right shoulder. It's a beautiful twist and an inversion at the same time. Draw the belly in as you exhale. Twist a little deeper. Keep pulling your right hip back and up. Deep breath in. And a long breath out. One more. Inhale. Baddha Trikonasana. Exhale. Soften your left knee enough to release your bind. Hands come forward. Step your right foot out and to the right. You can keep your right hand on a block, either inside of your left foot or outside. You may not need a block for this, but place your hand and then find your sacrum and try to pull your left hip back and right thigh forward so you have a level sacrum. And then start to turn and twist toward the left. Parvrita Trikonasana. And from here, keep pulling that left hip back. Maybe you reach your left arm up. Big open twist. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Hands come down to the mat. Keep your right hand where it is. Lift your right leg up. You can use a block if you like. Left hand to your left hip, start to turn and twist. Parvrita Ardha Chandrasana, revolved half-moon pose. Press out through your right heel, left arm lifts, and you can stay or bend your right knee. I just love doing this. Kick your foot into your palm and find that back bend, and keep rolling your top shoulder open. Keep kicking up and back, grab from the inside. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Beautiful. Come back through center, standing L-shaped pose. You can stay right here or work towards standing splits. Walking your left hand behind your left calf, pull up on the calf, head comes down, leg lifts up. Deep breath in and a long breath out. Inhale. Exhale. If you're doing handstand, make your way back to standing L shape. Bring your knees into your chest. Stand up. Bring that knee with you all the way up. Reach your arms up over your head. Get a little bit more center here. Gauradasana pose. Take an inhale. Exhale. Right leg crosses over left. Maybe you hook your toes. Right arm under left. Cross at the elbows. Cross at the wrists. Don't worry if you fall out like I'm doing. You just get back in it. It's the sign of the yogi. Fall out 100 times. Get back in 101 times. Knees in line, elbows in line. Sit your hips lower and hug in tight. This is, after all, a practice. Just like life, we're never perfect out there in the real world, but you try your best and you keep trying. You find that drive, that motivation. Find that fuel. Elbows up, fingertips away from your face, and now pull the elbows and hands apart. Pull your knees apart. Beautiful. Hug in, nest in. Nesting eagle. Take your gaze forward, elbows in front of shins. Hug in tight, just like that core work at the beginning. And then from here, keep your eagle arms. Variation of Virabhadrasana 3. Pull your left hip back, hang on to it, right heel pressing back. And then step back and open up. Whew. The long edge of the mat. Hands to your hips. I hope you're with me. With hands on your hips, turn your toes out to the corners of your mat. Skandasana, any level. Bend your right knee. Left leg extends. Find your steady balance here. You might be up higher like I showed last time. You might be somewhere around here, no problem. Take your right fingertips out to the right. Take your left hand onto your hip. Roll your shoulder open and press into the like inner knee with your tricep and push your elbow back to get that opening, and then reach up. And then from here, maybe you find a bind. So you might want to have a strap in your left hand. Try to come behind the lower back, interlace the palms. Keep pushing your right elbow back, and this will help to direct the right knee back. Hug your heels in toward each other to find that connection, Mula Bandha. Keeping you steady and strong. Turning the chest open, looking up to the left. Deep breath in, and a long breath out. Beautiful, everyone. Unwind yourself, come back through center. Make the outer edges of your feet parallel. Inhale to lengthen. Fold in, and take any variation here. It might be a fold. Maybe you'll join me for Samokhanasana, letting the heels come out, toes up, wide-legged splits pose. I've lots of time on my hands, so I'm working on this pose right now. Never been able to get fully down, but maybe during this little hiatus of life, I'll get there. Deep breath in, and a long breath out. Wherever you are, 3 more deep breaths. Letting your own personal motivation be the fuel for your drive. What motivates you? Right now, above all things, I can say it's my health motivating me. Health of myself and my family. Take an inhale, come back through center, and let's turn ourselves to the top of the mat. Lower your back knee down. Reach your arms up to the sky. Big breath in, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits pose. And again, feel free to use that block underneath the top of your thigh, or maybe blocks under your shoulders. Pulling your left hip crease back, right thigh forward, stay. Or press your left heel all the way forward, right knee coming back. Working toward your variation of Hanumanasana.
deep breaths in and out. I'm being called by my puppy. So stay here for a couple of deep breaths more. I'll be right back. Come here, pup. What's going on? What this? Okay, everybody, you're still with me. Let's make our way out of the pose. Slide your back knee more forward. When you can, plant your hands underneath your shoulders. Again, you can come to three-legged dog. If you want to flip over, take your right fingertips out to the right. De-weight your left palm. You can come into wild thing, outer blade of your right foot, left heel lifting and arch back, or bring both your feet to parallel hip distance as you turn your right fingertips all the way around. Left hand might make it down to the mat, Urdhva Dhanurasana. Press into your arms and legs, make them straight. Big breath in and a big breath out. And then press into your right hand. Flip yourself back around, three-legged dog, and take your vinyasa. We'll meet in Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale, breath in, and a long Ujjayi breath out. Inhale, exhale. And from here, we'll hop through to Malasana. So walk your hands a little bit closer together. Jump your feet to the outside of your hands and find your squat. So from here, you're welcome to take a crow pose and then meet us back here in Malasana, and then we'll take one extra pose from there. So if you're going for crow pose again, we've already done it. You're welcome to try one-legged crow too, Ekapada Bakasana. Spread your fingertips wide, toes together to touch. If you're going for one-legged crow, right knee to the right upper arm, lean forward into your palms, grip the mat with your fingertips and try floating your left toes. And maybe your left leg extends back behind you. You can try that on the other side as well. Left knee to the left upper arm. I'll give you a few breaths to play around or stay in Malasana. Hug the knee and elbow in. Maybe your right leg floats. Maybe you extend it back behind you. So wherever you are, play for a few more breaths. If you're staying here in Malasana, you can have a little twist here as well. Just like we did in Skandasana. So you can go side to side using a strap or not. So pick your arm balance or your bind or just stillness. You switch sides when you're ready after a few breaths. Everyone making your way back to Malasana. On our pose today will be Titibhasana, firefly pose. So we've done quite a bit of binding already, and we even took a shape near the beginning of the class that looks like Titibhasana. So you might remember this pose from the beginning. This pose that we did at the beginning after our core work is a lot like Titibhasana, that hugging of the elbows in, pressing the back of the arms down. And then instead of holding onto our ankles, our hands will be forward. And then maybe you'll extend your legs out. So if you want, you can practice just this on your back, this shape of extending the legs out, or try coming with me. So we've done lots of leg work, lots of hip opening. You're also welcome to use blocks for this. I myself find it a little bit more challenging on the blocks, but you can try with the blocks behind you just to get a bit more height. And from here, you'll stand up into, like push yourself from Malasana into a wide-legged squat, like a football kind of squat. And then start to hug your right shoulder underneath your right thigh, left shoulder. And either your fingertips come flush behind your feet with your palms flat. If that's not accessible for you, place your hands on the blocks and let your fingertips hang over the end. And then from here, bend your elbows a lot and you'll sit back into the shelf of your elbows. And then hug the elbows in tight. So that same idea that we did at the beginning, but now palms are pressing down. And then from here, maybe you can hook your toes together, Bhuja Pindasana, or extend your toes forward, maybe one at a time to the right, to the left, or maybe both out, looking forward, hinge forward.
Let the bottom drop and the head reach toward the top of your mat. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. And you're welcome to stay. If you want to try making your way back into crow pose, you can. Pretty tricky. And you feel free to kind of fake it till you make it. Take a crow pose. And then take one final vinyasa. When you're ready, you can shoot back. Make your way through. Beautiful work, everybody. From downward facing dog, if you're not there already, get there. We'll hop through to our seat. Try to hop through with straight legs. I always try to practice that. You're welcome to use blocks under your hands. And float it out. Strong core, strong arms. Making your way all the way down to your seat. Bend your knees. Bring your feet down onto the mat. Extend your arms forward. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, slowly roll down onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. And let's start with thread the needle. So place your left foot down. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Hug your right knee in toward your chest, either behind the thigh or in front of the shin bone. If you have a different variation, if you want to be upright for pigeon or double pigeon, you can. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Pull your right knee more to the right. Press your left knee away. And let's take this whole shape into a twist. So touch your right foot down. Jog your hips a little bit to the left side. Keep your right knee or left knee pushing away with your right hand. Left foot on the mat, right toes tucked behind you. Make a cactus arm with your left arm and look over your left shoulder. Keep pushing your left knee away. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more, inhale. Exhale. And let's release this top leg. Reach from the inside to the outside, a half happy baby pose, and let that right knee just hover out to the right. You can even hold on to it, push it down, sort of like a unique happy baby pose. And then hold on to the back of your thigh. And then hug it all back in through center. This time right ankle crosses over left. Hug your left knee in toward your shoulder. Hug behind the thigh or in front of the shin. Pull it to the left. A few deep breaths. We'll take this into a twist. Tap your left foot down, jog your hips a little bit to the right. Push on your right knee as you bring your right foot all the way down to the mat. Left toes are close to your bum. Right arm is in a cactus. Look over your right shoulder and push that knee away. Keep breathing. Last breath. Inhale. Exhale. And keep your left leg where it is. Bring your right foot up and right knee down for a half happy baby. And you can stay here with the left leg, or kind of a funky version of half happy baby, just letting that left knee open and hover. And then close everything in nice and tight. Squeeze your knees into your chest. If it feels good, you can take a full happy baby here. Here's your option for inversion. So here, happy baby, Ananda Balasana, Viparita Karani, legs long, arms long, rotating ankles and wrists. If you want to come into Halasana plow pose, keep your feet, knees, and hips over your head, support your lower back, maybe interlace your hands, chin to chest, or Sarvangasana shoulder stand, legs lifting up, back up, the hands walking up your spine toward your shoulders. If you have Shavasana A in your practice, the traditional yoga headstand. I would recommend you use a wall if you're still practicing. If it's not regularly in your practice, you'll make that connection with your interlaced hands, elbows are out shoulder distance apart, and you make your way into Shavasana. Wherever you are, let's hold for 10 to 20 breaths. So you take your time. If you're changing poses, hold each pose about 10 breaths. Otherwise, stay in the pose 20 breaths. When you're coming down out of the pose, just take your time. I'm sure you're not finished your breaths yet, but if you are wanting to come down slowly through plow pose from Shavasana. From headstand, slowly come down. Make your way maybe into just sitting on your shins upright or child pose for a few breaths. We'll all meet on our back. Take your time to come onto your back. Supta Baddha Konasana for everybody. Knees out wide, feet together. You can place your hands under your hips if you need a little extra release for your wrists. If you want a hand on your heart and a hand on your abdomen, remind yourself that you're still here with a long, deep breath in. And a full, long breath out. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Reconnect with your intention and your dedication. Let the ripples of your positive energy radiate out from your center in all directions. Final pose will be a heart opener. You can close your knees together, slide your palms underneath your seat. Let your thumbs touch and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Let your legs extend. Toes are pointed forward. Legs are strong and active. Press down into your hands. Press down into your elbows and leverage your chest up so much that your head lifts off the mat. Chest is high, and then start to let the head drop back slowly. Chin is up, and then crown of the head touches down. Take a deep breath in, and a long breath out. You're here in Matsyasana fish pose. And some options are to stay, maybe hover your legs at 45 degrees. If you feel comfortable, you can take your hands out and point your fingers forward, legs at the same time. Or maybe if your hands are still down, you can lift the crown up. Hold here for 5 more deep breaths. When you're ready to come down, tilt your chin in toward your chest. Let your legs lower. Release your hands out from underneath you. Take a moment here, just a deep breath in. Nice long breath out. Hug your knees into your chest one last time. Apanasana. Squeeze your knees in tight, rock side to side. Take a deep breath in, come to center, and as you exhale, bring your forehead right to your knees. Bring your knees right into your eyes. Get nice and small. Big breath in. One more. Inhale. Squeeze tight. And as you exhale, release. Let your arms come down beside you. Legs lengthened, toes turning out. Finding your way into Shavasana. If you have blocks, a practice I really like is to bring my blocks
underneath the tops of my thighs. You can do anything you like really in your own space, whatever feels good for you. And take a few minutes of rest in Shavasana. And when you're finished your Shavasana, you're welcome to chant Om or Om Shanti 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 or anything that's meaningful for you. Try to take 5 to 7 minutes here of rest. With deep gratitude for this practice that I've had in my life for a long time and the ability to share it with my health, the health of myself and my family. That's my motivation and my drive to keep going. And the beautiful opportunity to share these teachings with all of you is one of the greatest joys of my life. So with deep humility and gratitude, recognize the beautiful light in me with the beautiful light in each and every one of you. Namaste. And I'll be continuing these daily practices as long as I'm home from work, and if I continue back to work, I'll go back to my regular teaching schedule, but continue posting online for you. I hope to see you soon in person, but if not, thank you so much for sharing your beautiful time with me. Namaste.